I had this dream early this morning, and I wrote it down. The dream is that I'm in some sort of and I'm in a hotel, and it's like at a convention or something. And I feel sort of almost there's too much going on. There are all different kinds of meetings going on, stuff on experimental, psychotherapy, clinical aspects.
Take me. Take me home. Take me back. Take me home.
What's up, haunted friends? Tonight we're back with another episode, and tonight we're here at Ohio's most haunted and mysterious institutions, Madison Seminary. This isn't just a forgotten building. This is actually one of the places with a very dark past. It's seen its fair share of war widows, mental patients, and even some that feel that they are just restless spirits trapped here between time and torment. And tonight we're going to be coming in, investigating, trying to see what clues we might be able to kind of connect and the hauntings that happen here and the history. And tonight we're not alone. We are joined by the one and only Nicole Nightfall, a gifted psychic medium out of the state of New York, who is coming in to join us, help us with connecting anything from the spirits here to the history, and seeing what other spirits might want to chime in tonight and say hello. So,
hello, it's me, Nicole Nightfall, and yes, I'm ready.
You excited about tonight?
Beyond excited. I don't want to say nervous, but curious is the word I want to use about what's going to unfold, because there's a lot of already interesting stuff.
We did have some interesting stuff. So earlier, guys, while we were actually walking through the place, we had some stuff already happening. That loud creak that we heard, hopefully we caught it on camera, but that loud creak that we heard, I'm very curious to see if maybe we can kind of see who that was, or see if it happens again tonight.
Yeah, and now that it's dark out, because the light was still out when we did all this, so I wonder if that's going to amplify things, and obviously it's going to be a little creepier for us, so I guess we'll see what happens. But
yeah, no kidding. Guys, if you really, I'm just sure you guys have seen Nicole on my channel prior, make sure that you follow her. The link is right here below. Click that link, subscribe to her channel, and also make sure that you hit that notification button so that way you get notified with any episodes that might drop from this movement on forward. Are you dropping episodes tonight about this one?
I might be, or at least it'll be clips on TikTok or on YouTube. Yeah, a little something.
Okay, well, yeah. You know what, guys, make sure you guys stay tuned with all of that. Follow her, make sure you follow her Instagrams, everything else, because her links I'll make sure to add in the description right below. So make sure you guys subscribe, and if you don't, we're gonna make sure that these spirits come after you.
I could do it. I won't, though.
We also have Mama Dukes right there behind the camera. If you want to turn that, spin that camera around, that's all you're gonna show. We got Mama Dukes here as well. She's over here. We had issues trying to get a focus on with me just standing here, so we put her behind cameras. But she is here to join us tonight, and we are very excited. I think we're right about to get going, right?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Are you excited?
Beyond, again, curious, nervous, excited.
What about you back there behind camera? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, shit. Let's get this thing started.
Okay.
So right now we're standing in the oldest part of the building. It was built in 1847, started off as a school for boys between like the ages of 15 to 18. Most of them graduated with degrees, being doctors, lawyers, things like that. In 1889, the Women's Relief Corps purchased the building and made it a place for women that were misplaced during the Civil War. Our most famous being a woman named Elizabeth Stiles. She was born and raised in Ashtabula, Ohio. In 1862, her and her husband get married. They moved down to the Kansas-Missouri border. Back then, you were either a Confederate or you were a Union. She was a huge supporter of the Union, and she was a school teacher, and she'd go out and she'd raise a Union flag. The Confederates actually saw her do that and told her if she did it again, they were going to kill her. So the next day, she went out and raised that flag again. The Confederates actually saw her do that. But they followed her to her home, found out where she lived, and went and found Union soldiers, killed them, took their uniforms, went back at nightfall. They knock on the door and they say, "What are your politics?" Right away, they both say Union. They actually shoot her husband. He falls to the ground. They take the muzzle of the gun and put it in his mouth and blow off his head right in front of her. So she runs and tries to get out the back door. One of the men actually raises the gun to shoot her, and they said, "No, don't shoot her. She's too pretty to shoot." So she gets away. She wants to avenge her husband's death. She joins the Army as a nurse. She starts getting all this information from injured Confederates. Abraham Lincoln actually finds out about it and writes her a letter and asks her to be a Union spy. She agrees right away and actually travels across 17 different states collecting information. She was so good at her job, she got caught, and she convinced them she was working for them. She brought back a brand new horse, ammunition, and food. And the reason she's so dear to our hearts is she actually lived the last 4 years of her life here. She passed away here, and she's actually buried at the cemetery up the road. We used to own that cemetery. We used to have 170 acres, so there are also 91 other women buried down there that were actually passed away here. Between both sides, though, we've had a total of 201 documented deaths. On this floor, it's pretty much everywhere up here. It's not one particular room. Like on the other side, there's certain rooms, but this seems to be, we'll even sit in the hallway and investigate because we get so much. There's a 7-foot tall shadow man that walks the area.
I saw him at MadCon.
Did you?
Yes, that was the one near the stairs. Drew, remember that? The shadow man?
I saw a child on the staircase. I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw 7 foot.
This was
far
definitely
away.
a child. I saw a little girl in a white dress.
That's not what I saw.
Hand on the fucking thing and everything. Like, hand on the rail. It was at that first level over on the asylum side. Like, when we go over there, go up, it's literally like that first staircase up.
I wonder if it was Sarah.
It was in Sarah's room. Remember, you got touched, and we went out, and I said, "There's something tall in the hallway."
Which
and
I
you followed us to
This
the
is before
stairway.
we went up, though, because you were talking to your friends. You ran into a couple of people you knew.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there talking with them, and then I'm over here. I kept staring because I saw something, and I saw a little girl with her hand in the rail. She was wearing a white dress, like literally just sitting there, like almost as if like, "Come find me." And then then you came over, and I looked again, and she was gone, and I'm like, "Oh fuck me."
Right.
You
I'll have to
remember
go
being
back.
like sexually almost like touched in Sarah's room, and you got freaked out, and we're like, "We have to go." And I saw it in the hallway. You don't remember any of that?
I remember stepping foot into Sarah's room with you. I don't remember. Now I'm worried because now I'm like, as soon as you said
You
sexually
should
assaulted, I was
be.
like,
Yeah,
huh?
you should be worried.
Fuck me. Okay. Was this where you guys summon demons at?
Yep, that's where we summon demons.
Sarcasm. I was gonna say, Nicole, if you took that seriously, shame on you.
I did not sweat. Any ideas?
Look at that.
Shay, don't give me ideas.
Yes. That's why she got to stare back.
Adam said everything was okay except for human sacrifice, so we agreed.
Well, good, because last night you said something about sacrificing a male, and all I saw was myself being the only male in the room, and I'm like, no.
Right.
The Drew didn't sign up for that.
I just want to levitate.
You just want to levitate?
Yeah, that's my goal. I want them to levitate me. But they're not
Has it happened?
allowed to throw me.
Has it happened yet?
Not yet.
Not
Do you
yet.
ask them out loud?
I do.
Wait till the day I swear to God.
I thought, but I told you
It
that
has to be
happened
us to
yet.
come in and be like waiting for it, and the next thing you know, we zoom in, and then her feet just start lifting up. So.
Well, Adam would be thrilled because he told me if it happens, I have to get it on film.
Well, have him tell him. All your cameras are running. Check your cameras. It'll happen one day.
All right, so the reason we have the hole is back when Adam first purchased the building back in 2016, we host like flashlight historical tours, and locals would come through and ask us if we knew that there was a woman buried here. And they would always tell us like the same exact story, that supposedly around the turn of the century, a teacher's aide was having an affair with a higher up. She had gotten pregnant and was coming to tell him and his wife she was pregnant. And at that same time, this part of the building was being built, and she may have been buried here. We had a TV show out, and they actually brought in 2 cadaver dogs, and those 2 dogs went through the whole building, found nothing into this room. One actually hit like right here, and then one hit like right over in that area. They took the dogs out and brought in ground penetrating radar that they did to the whole basement area here. And there, they actually caught an anomaly. It was like the size of a kid's mini football. And they asked if they could dig, so they dig, and it was about 2.5 foot down. And they dug, nothing. They went down 3 foot, still didn't find anything. So they went and got our actual canine unit, because the excavator was like, that doesn't make any sense, there should have been something here. So when that dog got here, he got down by the dining room area and starts just pulling and barking in this direction. So I let him go. He comes running down here, runs around the hole, and comes over here again. So a couple different theories with that. It's possible that a body was buried here and at one point moved. And not to be morbid, but when you decay, things fall off, and maybe we missed something small. Or they dropped something small and we missed it. So we kept the whole dirt. We've been sifting through it so far, nothing. Or maybe we should listen to the dogs instead of the technology and dug over here. So we've been tunneling both directions. We don't want to open it all up unless we have to, but so far we have not found a thing. But if you're in here and you're asking questions about it, it seems like it does get more activity than if you're just in here asking what's your name or what's your favorite color or whatever. And we used to call it the dark room. It would literally get so dark in here sometimes when you were talking about that stuff that those windows would actually blacken out. And those are front facing, so that's the main road you come in on. So there's always street lights. It should never darken that far out. I only witnessed that once, and that was pretty creepy. But other than that, the laundry wing across the way does get activity. It does tend to be a little bit more residual than actual intelligent. One of the things that is reported is a man that walks through that wall. Well, that room used to be completely open, so we think he just doesn't even know the wall's there. That's pretty much it for this area. Now I'm going to take you to the Devil's Toy Box. So this is our Devil's Toy Box. They were actually created back in the 1800s to trap spirits, but as people know, if you put mirrors together, you create a portal, not a trap. So they were actually getting more activity. And of course, Adam's a little crazy and wanted to build a life-size one, so this is it.
Adam's a little crazy when he built a life-size one.
I'm gonna move in right here. I'll pay Adam.
And it does happen to be 6 by 6 by 6.
Yeah.
Huh? It's 6 by 6 by 6.
But you know what?
Aren't the devil's numbers, though.
I know, but supposedly that wasn't on purpose either, but I don't believe him, he's crazy. So these two rooms were used for their living space. Like one was used like they had people over entertaining, and then this one was their family living room. And then through here are their bedrooms. This is my favorite story.
What'd you say is your favorite one?
This is my favorite story because I the one that found out about it. I actually discovered that they had the suicide here.
Oh.
And you know how I am with Otis.
Yeah.
So in 1911, the second superintendent of the building, his name was Otis Neal, moves into the building, and he brings with him his second wife, Mary, and his daughter, Ethel, who was 15 at the time. It was her stepdaughter. And when they lived here in Madison, they kind of like sold off all their property because they thought they were going to be here for many, many years. So then they sell the property, they move in, and a couple weeks later they get word that they're going to be thrown out. And that was because the first superintendent of the building, Commander Weber, did not want Otis here because he was not military. He said he just couldn't sympathize with the patients over here. So that night, Mary actually leaves her bedroom, which would have been this bedroom, goes through his bedroom, through the living room, out to get a glass of water, comes back the same exact way, stops to kiss him on the forehead, comes in here with a loaded gun, wraps it in a bed sheet, and then shoots herself through the heart, and then the 15-year-old finds her the next morning. So I do have to tell you guys, it is a suicide. That is what is on the death record. That is what was proven. I can't say anything else. However, I found out about this right before we shut down for 2020. It's me on the forehead, and I came in here and did that. How did he not hear the gunshot?
Yeah.
They said it was wrapped in a bed sheet, not muffled with a pillow, not anything heavy, a sheet. You had 24-hour care patients down the hallway. You had a 15-year-old sleep in one of these bedrooms. Why did nobody hear that gunshot? So that made me dig into Otis a lot. His first wife, Mary, there's two Marys. First wife was Mary and the second wife was Mary. The first wife died of brokenheartedness. Usually they didn't deem you brokenhearted unless something tragic had happened in your life where they knew your heart was broken. So I dug into that farther. Turns out that they had an older daughter whose name was Edith. He actually did kill her. In 1887, he was indicted by the state of Ohio on assault and battery charges with Edith. She was 17 at the time. They were living here in Madison. She did something wrong. He takes her out front and beats her so bad that she is bleeding from every single limb. He ends up acquitted and let go. Then in 1899, she does a mild infraction. He punishes her and she dies from that punishment. Doesn't go to jail, doesn't get in any trouble, ends up here as a superintendent. So back to here, when he's here, he doesn't get thrown out. He ends up being here for 16 years. So she did kill herself because she thought they were going to be homeless. She did it for no reason, which that's tragic too. But while he was here, we find all these letters from women patients writing the board saying, please get him out of here. He's not a nice man. He calls us names. He hits us. He's taking our money, telling us our husbands fought in the war. We didn't deserve the money. Things like that. So then he retires 16 years later, goes to live with Ethel, who now lives here in Madison with her husband, and she's 30 at the time. Within 6 months of him living there, she runs out in front of a car that was only 6 feet away. Witnesses say there was no way she didn't see the cars coming, and she ends up dying of the injuries. He ends up dying in 1939 with a net worth of over $52 million. I recently just found out that his brother Orrin used to stay at the building sometime, and I cannot make this up. His brother was a life insurance agent.
There you go.
So this was ran like a poorhouse, so women didn't have to pay to be here if they couldn't afford to. So there was never, you know, and like they didn't have other families, so we had the home lot. They would get buried at the home lot if they didn't have family members. So it would be so easy for him to take a life insurance policy and make $52 million in 1939. So I can't prove any of that, but
Considering, especially with the fact that nobody heard quote unquote gunshot.
and that's what I'm saying. I wonder if it was him that pushed her down. So we don't know how she really died. I mean, we don't know if she. I talked to a forensic scientist from one of the colleges locally, and I asked him back in 1911 if a man says a woman shot herself, like, would there be any investigation? And he says women didn't have the right to vote to 1920. He says absolutely not.
Yeah, they wouldn't have given a shit at that
No,
point.
they would have just
tossed her
took
off.
her. They wouldn't. She could have been holding not even a gun, and that wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever a man says at that point, they believe full-heartedly. They don't
That's how
even
somebody
take into
would have
consideration
been.
that there's a whole other side of the
That's where
story.
I'm going with that thought, because it's like they had zero, who was advocating for them? Absolutely nobody. So
Right.
like they even had like family members that were probably like, let's, you know, they were of no
Probably
value,
why they fought for their
unfortunately.
rights.
Do you think that even if they had family members, like, you know, do you think they'd even listen to them, or they just never?
Well, I think it would be more of a, I think it's easier for them at that time to just sweep something under the rug and less work for us and nobody really cares, so why are we
Right,
gonna put our
and if
energy
he
and
was,
resources
and if he
into
had this
something?
money coming in secretly, he could easily pay staff off.
Oh,
He could easily,
100%.
you know, or
local
scare them.
law enforcement or anybody.
Right.
Politicians.
Because why did he get in no trouble for killing his daughter after he'd already
Right.
beat her so bad one time?
Right.
I just don't understand it. It doesn't.
The
make
proof
sense.
was there, but they just, because he said one thing, they didn't give a fuck to really look into it farther and notice the pattern that was there.
Well, again, if he has that money too, who could, and obviously this is all speculation, but like, I'm sure he was giving money to the right people so they would also
Right.
overlook it also, so.
It makes me wonder about his first wife too. Did she really die brokenhearted?
Did you
know?
bump something?
I heard that too. Did you bump something?
Yeah, no, I heard it too. I thought
You heard
she,
it?
I thought
It
she
sounded like
did.
a door.
I thought she
It's
did.
that's what it was, very faint almost, but it was definitely like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
heard it.
you
Almost
did
sounded
it.
Like a door.
No, because I'm.
Oh, I mean, you're not even. I was, yeah, because it almost sounded as if this went like.
Yeah. That's close to what the sound was.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be good.
He doesn't like
You never know.
the right story.
Yeah, you don't have to
I was gonna
rewrite
say,
his
maybe-
legacy. You don't like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
Man of ego.
He's probably like, hey, enough. Like, stop talking about
Yeah.
it. We're gonna have fun.
And we have a trifecta of cemeteries. Like
Yeah.
there's 3 surrounding us. We have ley lines that run under the building. The building is made of
Three's also
sandstone
very
and limestone.
spiritual number 2, 3's
Right.
like an activating thing. So, yeah.
So
And if you got people in here constantly doing necromancy, for lack of a better
Yeah.
label, but like, you know, you're pulling in spirits from everywhere that maybe want to communicate, maybe even against, they're like, hey, why am I here? But you're pulling on energy.
well, we have one that I know is newer, and he is like, why am I here? He doesn't understand why he's here.
That's
wonder if
sad,
that's Frank.
actually.
I don't know his name.
Because if that was the one when you sent the message where I was like, I feel like he doesn't belong there. He just like showed up and he's like, why am I here?
Right.
Like, he's a hitchhiker or something.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
get him to move on because I know he's not happy here.
Yeah.
Actually, the first time I actually felt him, he actually rushed me.
Well, I feel
Because
like
he
he's
was
like
angry.
Yeah,
He's
I feel
angry.
like he's like an orderly or somebody, like a caretaker somewhere. I don't know if he's maybe in from one of other Kimmel's properties or something else, but like I feel like he's here and he's like, why am I
Well, that's what I'm
here?
saying. Like, if that name comes up, whether or not it's connected to the person I told you earlier, because I don't want to say much about it now.
Right.
But if it's connected to anything that we talked about earlier, it'd be interesting to get some information on that, so that we know why he's here, who he's connected to, if it's specifically that person, or if it's like what you said, for he's a hitchhiker. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really,
Not even a
if the
threat.
name comes up again, I'd be intrigued to see where he's from, what he's connected to, why he's here type of thing. Why is it that you're like coming up so much? Which could be like what you guys are saying, it's a different person and he doesn't understand why he's here and he's over here like, hey, my name's Frank. I'm here, help me. Like, you know what I mean? But
Did
nobody
you get a
thinks
name
of that.
at all from anybody?
I haven't got a name yet. I've gotten some descriptions, which that's one of the ones, like, I'm not like you. I can't turn things on and off, but I get things sometimes. And he actually, after I got rushed by him, I kept feeling he was in a motorcycle accident. And then we started hearing, and I kept saying, he's a modern spirit. He's not like from 1812. He is more like 1990 something.
You think something happened in front of here, like an accident?
A motorcycle accident is what I'm
Could be
thinking.
from any-
But
But I'm saying if the accident happened in front, it could be why he's
on the
here.
spirit box during Estes, he said that he was brought here by 3 people through a mirror. That they were like, did something and brought him here.
By a mirror?
By mirror.
Do you?
Not the mirror room.
Okay, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say.
I actually have a drawing of the mirror. Do I have that on my phone? I might have it on my phone.
Huh?
So you know the thing I need to tell you about which I'm not telling you full details on, it does involve mirrors, the ritual tonight. Because I was driving down to use mirrors to bring spirits in / amplify.
This bitch is always trying to do something to us. I swear to God.
But I don't know, maybe that's his way, maybe I'm getting that, again, speculation, like, because he wants to get out.
Right. Which I was told we
Yeah.
basically have to do.
Are you talking about unlocking mirrors?
We'll talk
And
about
listen,
it later.
there's 3 of you here tonight.
Yes, I know. That's why I was happy she ended up, because that was like iffy for a bit, but
That's
3 is. And
yeah, and it was 3 that brought him in.
Yeah, I'll tell
and
you
it's like
the
one of
full
their
thing.
loved ones. They were trying to reach him and thought that they could bring him through this mirror, and then once they did, they didn't even realize they did. Basically, he was just stuck here.
Yeah.
But no, I do not have a name for him yet.
Yeah,
So.
and again, names to me are always like subjective because you don't know if they forgot it and they're just picking one too.
Right,
So like I'm never like, okay, their name's Frank or their
Right.
name's like, because who knows if they're just picking one that they like because they don't remember, because I feel like they forget a lot of that stuff.
I do
after a while,
too.
But
I do too. Yeah.
But I'm just curious to see if anything else comes up. I'd asked him if like a Frank had been coming around and he said no, not yet. But I just feel like it's that one. Yeah. We'll see.
Interesting.
All right, the next one that I'm stalling on going into.
Oh, here you go. Alright, y'all.
Did you feel that when we came up?
That's why I said
My stomach like literally went. Ugh.
Oh, this is
Her too. Look.
My stomach's been acting up.
As soon as I walked on the floor.
Come in. Let's see if your stomach is acting up as well. Join the club.
Join the club.
That's my bestie. It's hot. I'm like burning up in here now. Like I feel like I'm about to start sweating.
I don't know if it's because of that or because I did the stairs, so I want to agree with you,
Right.
but I also got on this hoodie that I'm stanking on. But
So this is Sarah's room.
Yeah.
I'd say probably 96% of the time she shows herself as an 8-year-old little child. We'll tell you she's 8-year-old and her name's Sarah. Then other times she will also come across as what sounds like an older woman and she'll still say she's Sarah. We don't have any record of a child ever dying here. We do have record of them being here, just no record of the death. But as you guys know, documents sometimes don't, either they get ruined or they don't even document things because it would be a death of a child and that looks bad on your institution, so they won't document things like that. So it's possible that Sarah is 8 years old and we have 2 spirits, and one's an elderly lady. Sarah was a very popular name. Another theory is the fact that we had dementia patients. So she could possibly just be a dementia patient trying to show us how she was when she was here, where she'd have her moments where she regrets back to childhood, but then still have her lucid moments. And then there's something called a thought form, which is basically where you create a haunting yourself by the energy you put in, which could possibly be, we have no idea where the name Sarah ever came from. When Adam first investigated this building back in 2009, before he even owned the building, he came and both of these doors were closed, and on that one over there was just a little sticky note that said Sarah. He opened the door and there was a couple toys on the floor. He started playing like he's talking to a child, you know? So that's always happened as long as we know. We don't know whoever got that first, like how did we even come across with Sarah's name? Did somebody get an EVP of it? We don't know. So it's possible just everybody coming here constantly asking for Sarah that we actually created Sarah. And of course then there's a demon theory. I don't believe that is what she is. I have made her mad twice, and neither time was on purpose. I wasn't like trying to make her mad. And the worst thing that ever happened was I got a little bit of a burning sensation. It wasn't a scratch, but for about 5 minutes, the back of my neck burned. And I was doing a tour, and so that we have one more stop and then the asylum. By the time I got to the asylum, I was feeling nauseous, felt like I was going to pass out. My tour guide that was with me was literally looking at me going, "Are you okay? You need to go downstairs." She checked my neck, no scratches, just she said it looked like I had sunburn. About 10 minutes later, it was gone and I was fine. And the reason she got mad is I told her she wasn't a child. If you know anything about dementia patients, though, if you tell them they're a child when they're not a child when they're in that active moment, they will become violent. Yeah. I actually worked with dementia patients for almost 5 years, and I had one punch me once. They do get violent. So when Sarah has her little temper tantrums, I lean towards the dementia aspect. I could be totally wrong. I'm not an expert, but that's what I lean toward. But a lot of people think she's a demon because, one, she showed herself as a child, and as you know, from Catholic upbringing and stuff, you're taught that if anything shows itself as a child, that it's not really a child. Children are innocent and they automatically cross over. So therefore, it's just a spirit trying to, usually a demon, trying to make you believe that they're a child and you'll trust them. And then the other reason is the offerings. So the money happened because Adam did a recording in here. Sarah, what do you want or what do you need? One word on that recording, money. Somebody left $1 for Sarah, and then everybody started leaving dollars for Sarah. They started bringing her toys and bed sets and rocking horses and all kinds of stuff. Actually, the room that Bobby's usually in, those are also Sarah's toys. And that room is directly below here. It was purposely done that way because we told her she could still go down and play with them, but we're going to take some down there because she does get mad if you take her stuff.
They energetically feel very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think she just they go through the floor type of thing?
It's like very like.
I don't know how it works. Like sometimes I don't even know if we're talking to them actually in this location.
Really?
I really think that they can.
Oh, I feel like it. I mean, if they're in this place, it's not like they're secluded to this one.
Like I could say you could probably communicate with somebody in the asylum while you're in Sarah's room.
100%.
Right? Yeah, I don't believe that they have to be in the room. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think that that's where they stay, you know, and I'm like, no, not all the time. But so I don't think she's a demon. I've never seen anything that proves that she's a demon. Like I said, she does have her temper tantrum. She has scratch. She has. Usually, what she does though is shut down. Like you'll just get nothing. You'll think that this building ain't even haunted just being in this room because it'll get so quiet. And usually, when that happens, the hallway will pick up with activity. And she'll say things like "he's coming," "danger," things like that, and then you start hearing things in the hallway. I walk this building day, night, not afraid of anything in this building except for the bats. But that hallway will creep me out. It's not a fear, it's more of just like an ick feeling. I can't even describe it, but I hate it. It's not every night, it's just some nights it happens and I'm like, I don't like this floor right now. It's kind of how I felt when I was walking through the other day.
Yeah.
My stomach just automatically went, oh.
Yeah. Well, that's where I saw that figure that I was telling you it's about. It was like down there and then it followed us to the stairs, which you don't remember, so now I sound crazy.
Right.
But that's where it was, and it was after you.
I don't think you're crazy. I remember walking into this room, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
After.
Well, you did get freaked out, like really freaked out.
Do you know about the partial possession we had?
In this room?
It happened while in this room, yes.
Was it a couple months ago or something? Was this?
Dude.
It was our first flashlight tour back of the season, so that would have been, I think, March.
Okay.
So this girl was, I don't know the details of what happened in the room totally except for what she told us. She was on the bed, one of her friends was sitting in the chair doing S's, and the other one was asking the questions, and she started complaining that she was having a pain in her side, and then she just went back, and they thought she was like stretching out trying to get her pain, and she passed out. So they get her out of the room, and they come to get me, and I was actually in the mirror room with somebody else at the time, and they come to get me, and I come around the stairs, coming up to this, because they just had her on the stairs, and she's kind of like arching and doing like weird contortion stuff a little bit, and I get up the stairs, and I'm thinking, she's faking it. So my first, that's my first, because I've never seen anything like this before. So I come around the corner, and as I come around, I said, "Is she okay?" And as soon as I said she's okay, she like sits up and snaps her head at me, and the look she gave me was creepy. I literally was like, whoa. And the guy that was with me is actually a spiritualist, and he knows how to do exorcisms and stuff like that. So I get up and I get behind her, I'm holding her head back like this, and he's trying to talk to her, and she starts trying to bite me. She starts growling, she's like drooling. I mean, if she was an actress, she's a very good actress. He looks at me, and I know that he has this ring that has the crucifix on it. Mm-hmm. This girl does not know what's on this ring, and she doesn't even see it because she literally is like this with her head back, and he twists it and then just touches her, And she starts doing that arching again, and she starts like making these noises. We get outside, and I tell her, you know, it's better if you ground after something like this, like touch a tree. She refused to touch a tree, so I go over and I break off a branch. I hand it to her. She takes it, and then she gives me that look again. And I look at the guy that was with me. I'm like, dude, whatever's in her is not done with her yet. And he goes, no, she's okay. I said, don't you get the holy water? He says, no, it's not a demon. Something tried to jump her.
What? What do you mean jump her?
Like
Mounting. Like,
usually,
Oh, okay.
she's probably a sensitive because it does tend to happen more to medium because they know that they can do that, so they will jump in. And somebody that doesn't protect themselves, she knows how to protect herself. She's good.
no.
But you.
Yeah.
It happened to me too here. It happened
Well,
to me.
that's why I was looking over you because I'm like, is that?
I'm prepped. Don't worry.
Oh, I have holy water with me.
fine.
And she's got a protection spray. I haven't overloaded myself trying. So, you know, but do you think that's what happened that night?
In here, I think I think you were influenced. There's like different categories of what happened.
Right,
You were
yes.
at that level.
I was gonna say, I
And
don't.
You black out sometimes. So.
Well, look what happened at
don't black
Norwich,
out, but
you know what I mean?
Get, like, it was like you got touched, you jumped up because you got freaked out because you said it felt like spiritual. And I saw that thing at the end of the hallway, and then I felt like it was gonna push us, or you mainly, downstairs. And I said, stand against the wall and wait till this passes, you know? But you were like whiter than.
I was gonna say, I had that look on my face that you
no,
always
the same one
noticed.
at Norwich that you had.
That's what I was gonna say. Well,
yeah.
look what happened at Norwich. I was drawn around for God knows how long. We were walking through that building.
Hello.
Hi guys.
So this is the asylum.
Love this place.
Welcome home, Drew.
Oh, damn.
That's why I was like, the disrespect that I just got. Hold on a second.
I take pride in that when you're back in the day.
You want me to be honest with you? I definitely in past lives have had some sort of an institution of probably my fair share of hospitals and stuff, and she thinks I definitely had an institution in a prison. So, yeah.
So this is the asylum. This would have been their day room or their recreational room, so they did spend a lot of time up here. The family came to visit and they ate their meals, everything up here.
So they never slept in this area either?
No, down here is their bedrooms.
Okay.
This was just used as recreational. They would close these off at night.
See, for some reason I thought I saw beds like lined up against the walls because it's like you get a lot of light up here and stuff like that.
Right.
Like light therapy almost. That's why I assumed that there was beds here.
Well, the neighbors across the street used to report seeing the patients like wave out the windows, so they probably did sit in the windows.
Oh, okay.
They just didn't have their beds there.
That makes sense. Okay.
All right, so through here is going to be the bedrooms. But first we have the surgeon's room.
So was this a bedroom or was this actually the surgeon?
This was actually, we believe it was actually the surgeon's room because something the police department told us back when they were here back in the 1980s. The one guy came up to like put stuff that they were using as storage up here, and one police officer came up here and came in this room, and there was just a table, he said, that looked like a torture table. It had straps and everything for your arms and everything. It didn't look like this table. We worked donation,
Yeah.
so we have what we have. But then there was a marble slab, and he said it had red stuff on it. It looked like it was rusted or bloody. He didn't know which it was because he didn't really investigate it. And then the next time he was up here, it was gone. But however, that piece of marble that's underneath there was actually found over here. There's a little cutout area here. It was found over there. That's been there since Adam owned the building. We don't know where it came from. So we don't know if that was that actual metal slab that was there or not.
You think it definitely had some sort of had to do with it then, right? If it wasn't the actual slab, do you think it obviously what those slabs sat on?
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
Right. So he does not like to be called a doctor. He does prefer to be called a surgeon. A lot of women feel a certain type of way in his room. Some women will report having menstrual cramps or what's feeling like giving birth.
I feel like he wants
or-
to bleed. I like went like this too, like he wants like blood. Not that I'm giving it to him. I'm just saying I felt like he was.
You know where you can get some
Pulling
blood
blood.
from.
There you go. Why is it not up here, Shelly?
Adam said no blood offerings.
Well, somebody did a blood offering.
I've never had any issues with him. I look at it as you have to remember you're haunting. And the only time we had a live-in doctor would have been prior to 1915, like we talked about in Notice's room. Women didn't have the right to vote till 1920, so women coming in here talking to somebody who wants to be known as the surgeon, not the doctor. probably he's like, who are you? You know? So I like to joke with him. I'll tell him things like, hey, you can see my ankle. And guess what? A woman would take your job today. And I've never had any problems with him. You think I'd have problems with him. But I think they can learn from us. If they can answer us, I feel like they can learn.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, listen, it's not 1915, it's 2025. And women have jobs like yours now. So I try to get him to understand that.
He doesn't like hurt people. Like I don't feel like he wants to like hurt. I just feel like he's
Do you
very,
think-
like stuck in a loop almost.
Yeah.
What was that?
I heard that. Like a creek.
That was a big creek.
Very, like stuck in a loop almost.
Yeah.
Very, like stuck in a loop almost.
Yeah.
That was definitely some. Look what you did. Look what you
I said blood offering and now it's popping off.
He's like, I want it.
I just want to make sure it's not a critter.
Oh my god.
You know that happens.
That was weird. It definitely sounded like as if somebody was either shifting or something.
The raccoon runs out.
Nope. You're gonna see me take off running real quick. There's nothing.
The rabies. You're all about the rabies animals.
That door would have been shut though, right?
Yeah, but I'm just trying to mimic the noise,
Yeah, but
maybe.
I'm trying to think what makes sense. It sounded almost like a floor excessively creaking or
Yes.
something moved on a wood floor.
Right.
That's why I thought if somebody if you're shifting weight to something, but you gotta be pretty heavy to make something as loud as that.
Right.
I really hope the cameras just picked that up too.
I so too.
Alright guys, so what we're about to do now is this experiment or theory that Nicole wants to try is with the mirrors. Alright, so my mom is posted up in a room, actually in the suicide room, downstairs on the same floor as Nicole, but on the opposite side, and Nicole is set up in the devil's toy box where she will be, I feel, as the hot spot of the because she's going to be surrounded by mirrors with this experiment. So, and energetically wise, I feel like she's going to get some pretty good stuff in there. And the whole theory is basically to see what kind of shows through these mirrors to see if they can travel through mirrors. And also, like you heard her said, there's a double experiment with this is to also see if when we open them, if we can open up like a channel to these locations and maybe see if they're able to go back to a location that they maybe came from or traveled from, because with hitchhikers, spirits can hitchhike onto people. So Nicole is currently getting ready. We're going to wait for her radio call and we're going to get started with this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and swap this camera around.
Alright guys, I'm starting.
All right, starting my run pod now. Or sorry, starting my EVP thing now. First EVP of the night. This is going to be an ongoing EVP. We are currently sitting in Sarah's room. This is the first experiment of the night that we will be doing. So spirits, I put a little speaker device here. If you speak right into this mic, clear as possible and kind of slow, we can hear you talk. So feel free if you guys want to speak, you can speak through that device that's sitting right there with the red blinking light. So let's start. so weird. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Every time I stare into this mirror, everything gets dark within here. Nothing else in the room. What I'm noticing is black within here. It's always the first thing's always to go is my eyes, though, which is odd. Jesus fucking Christ! I'm so sorry. The red bell the dead bell just went off. I was not expecting that. Fucking hell. Hello? Is there somebody out there? Can you ring that dead bell once for yes, twice for no? You can come in here if you want. There's a spirit out there. Can you ring it twice? All you gotta do is hit it twice. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't mean to whistle. I was trying to do the sound of the bell. I'm sweating bullets right now. I don't normally go off on my own. I really don't. No. Super weird. Just like a whole shadow figure. Like me, myself, I'm a shadow figure. Just black. I don't fucking know. I feel like I'm losing my mind sitting here. Is there somebody else in here? Is Sarah in here? I think I saw you, Sarah. I think you showed yourself to me a little bit. You were a little girl, standing in the stairwell, white dress. Like you were ready to play hide and seek or something. Weird. I have a numbing sensation around my wrist right now, my right wrist, right here. It's like pins and needles right now happening. Are you touching me right now? Are you holding my wrist? It's weird. My whole hand is like pins and needles right now. You know, if that's you, Sarah. Oh, it's going away. It just lightened up and gone. Ah! Fucking hell. Oh, shit, I'm so sorry. Sarah, is that you in the hall? Hit it twice if that's you. I just want to make sure that what we're hearing out there is actually paranormal and not something just making my equipment. Like, not the equipment. having a malfunction or something. So, you know, if you hit it twice, that's how I'm really going to be able to know if something's out there. You got to hit it back to back. 1, 2. Ding, ding. This dog right here is terrifying, dude.
Are you guys okay?
Fuck off. I fucking have jumped at least fucking 10 times already up here. Are we done?
Well, I just finished doing what I gotta do. Was anybody running?
No, but I jumped a couple times and accidentally kicked her desk. I think we're about done now.
Dawn, are you there? Yeah, I'm not doing so good down here. Why don't you make your way to me, because it's going to take me a minute to pack up, you okay? Yeah, I'm kind of leaving everything down here, and I'll come get it later. I'm on my way. Alright, see you in a minute.
Alright, I'm gonna play back the CVP on the camera and then come back down and then play for you guys, so.
Okay.
Alright, Sarah. It was a pleasure hanging out with you here, or whoever was in here with me. I didn't think it was Sarah, though. I mean, something was definitely holding my hand, so we're gonna go ahead and stop this. Alright, let's go ahead. We're gonna play this back now, okay? So let's go ahead and move the camera this way. Let's go ahead and play these back real quickly, alright? I breathed a couple times. Yeah, that's me. Something just said Drew. Female's voice. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save the rest of these. I'm gonna play this back for the group, alright? Let's grab our stuff and we're gonna head the fuck out of here. All right, Sarah, it's been a pleasure. Like I said, I'm gonna. Adio! Fuck. Hi. All right. Well, thank you, Sarah. We're gonna head back out now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck this, fuck this. I'm out. All right, calm down. You guys say. Fuck me. Hello? Where are you guys?
At one point though, I thought I heard running. That's why I asked, was anybody running? And I waited a little bit and then I asked you guys because.
So,
yeah.
Let's go ahead. I'm gonna play these back for you. Cause so I had this whole thing running the entire time that I was in there. And when you said that you're getting ready to start is when I started it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and play these back for you guys. Oh my god, I started it. We were just doing a fucking EVP. You understand any of it?
No.
It almost was like my eyes would be the first to glaze, like almost as if they were waxed over, like not disappearing, but just waxed.
Yeah.
Like no sight.
Yeah.
And then it was weird. I would just go black, as if I was sitting there as a shadow. Like just all you would see was a silhouette out of me. Nothing else in the room would go dark. That's what I was noticing that was odd, because I'm like, okay, why is it just me that's going completely black, and it's just slowly vroom, and just like black, and then it's like after a little bit my eyes would start to dry out, so I never went farther than that because my eyes just kept drying out, so I'd start blinking and then it would go back. But every time I would try to focus, it kept doing that weird thing over and over, so I was noting that. So that's what that is right there. You heard that? No, wait, because it says a lot. Listen for the female's voice. Drew. Clear as day, female's voice without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, because the dead bell scared the fuck out of me. That's what it was. Then I put some dead bell between the two doors.
The fuck?
The lights are running at least, so we have something.
Don't jinx it. It's more than something.
Hmm? Oh, it was talking.
Yeah,
the
there's
whole
something
time.
the whole time in the background talking. Better make it stop. Can you chill?
What did I ask? Because he answered. Make it stop.
What did someone drew? Make it stop.
Oh, I was talking about her. This is the part where I was talking about her. And then, like, my hand went numb as if someone was holding my hand. Oh, because I said I saw you one time. I said something about, I'm just curious. Wait, hold on. I'm going to go back. It's just, sorry. Make it stop. See? Standing there in the stairwell. Yes. That was her. White dress. That was me? I said, like, almost like you were ready to play hide and seek. She looked misty, like she was up to no good. Does it say that's me? That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about my hand. Yes.
Did it just say hi?
Oi!
Sorry.
Hold on. Okay. That's clear. These are clear responses.
I said, fuck you. Fuck Said you say cookie? Or find you.
What did it say?
Find you? If you're playing hide and seek.
Okay, hold on. That's creepy though because I just said Sarah's a little girl,
Yeah.
and I said I'm waiting for this to fucking fuck off. Got a woman's response that said Drew, and now Drew, or what you just said, come find me. And I saw a little girl with her hand on the rail. She was wearing a white dress, like literally just sitting there, like almost as if like find me. And that's in a male's voice. And as soon as you got that, I'm fucking having chills right now, running up and down. Like I can't even feel it.
Yeah.
Never hit it twice. Over there. What did it say? Ring? Is that what it said? Ring?
I heard rape.
Rape? I like ring better, but okay.
Me too. Sound.
Mm-hmm. Is it ring?
I think it said help me, but it's not the clearest. No, I heard like running.
I'm just seeing if anything else comes through before we cut it. So those were a bit terrifying.
You're welcome.
You goddamn fucking experience. Though I even talked about it on the camera prior. And I was like, fucking Nicole and these goddamn experiences, and she's got me over here, and then I turn the camera light off, and I'm like looking like, oh, I got light from here, I got light. Alright, next spot, what are we doing? What are you feeling now?
What is up, everybody? So thank you so much for watching the very first episode to my miniseries, The Voices of Madison Seminary. In just a couple of weeks, the second episode will be dropping, and this is part 2 to the voices of Madison Seminary. So make sure you guys stay tuned, check it out. Don't forget to hit that notification button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for all the support.